Good night, Vauxhall. Good night here to the residents in Christchurch, East Central. 2 nights ago, the Barbados Labour Party launched its manifesto in our constituency of Christchurch, East Central. And I want to, first of all, tonight thank all of you who came out to Kingston on Thursday night, because I know that you heard what you came to hear. You heard a clear path upon which this country shall be rescued, how this country will be restored, and how this country will be rebuilt. Now I know that tonight a lot of you in Barbados, and certainly right here in Vauxhall, are suffering. A lot of people break. But as I told you on Thursday, you may be break, but you ain't foolish. And this Democratic Labour Party government would have you believe they will have the gall to even assert that you are better off today than you were 10 years ago. I don't know which Barbados they're living in. I don't know which universe they're living in or which reality they're living in, but I know it is not ours. And so the policies that you heard and you saw and you've read in this manifesto have been designed to respond to the needs of every single Barbadian family in this country. Because as we have canvassed the length and breadth of Barbados, we have been listening to the people. Because there's one thing to look at the economy from a statistics standpoint. But when you canvass and you listen to people very carefully, you get a true sense as to how people have been impacted by the policies of this Democratic Labour Party. Big men and women in this country have had their dignities reduced because ordinary people across the length and breadth of this country, a lot of you never really had any problems paying your bills. You always had the opportunity to put a little something in the bank or the credit union. You lived comfortably. And while sometimes things may get a little tight, there was always a way forward. There was always somebody or some opportunity that you could take advantage of to see yourself through that rough patch. And in the last 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, we all know in Barbados that things have just been getting rougher and rougher, tougher and tougher, to the point where you are scratching your heads trying to figure out what is that you're seeing at the end of the tunnel. Is it light? Or is it the lights from a rushing oncoming train? You answer that question. Because under this Democratic Labour Party government, you have felt nothing but pain and suffering. No relief whatsoever for the people of Vauxhall. No relief whatsoever for the people of Christchurch East Central. No relief whatsoever for the people of Barbados.
Stop.
But yet this government and its ministers are driving around this country in luxury. Luxury. And to the extent that they would argue that they should get their 10% increase, and the country in which we live, none of you in Vauxhall would have seen a significant salary increase over the last 10 years. Not a public servant, a nurse, a policeman, a school meals worker, a teacher, not one man jack would have seen a salary increase in the last 10 years. But you have a member of parliament for Christchurch East Central who argues quite strongly that he deserves to get a salary increase and you don't. Compound that with the fact that many of you here in Vauxhall are either owed a tax refund or your reverse tax credit. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you understand the kind of people that you are dealing with under this Democrat Labour Party government. They have made life so hard for every single Barbadian right here in Vauxhall that they expect that then when they turn up a few days from now, giving away all kinds of stuff, that you would forget that there is a tomorrow, and that somehow you'll be induced into voting for them because they have relieved in their minds some immediate need that you may have. Now, we have to make a fundamental decision on May 24th.
We already have.
We have to affirm that decision we've already made on May 24th.
It sure is. Early o'clock.
And it is a simple choice in my mind. Simple choice. Because each and every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of the members of your family, your neighbors, deserves the best that you can have in this country. I am fortunate because 20 years ago when I was at the University of West Indies, there were no fees introduced. Because if there were any fees introduced at all, ladies and gentlemen, I would have had to drop out. I would have had to drop out. And I know many thousands of other persons who would also have had to drop out. But it is because of the hard work of citizens of Vauxhall and the surrounding communities that allowed a Barbados Labour Party government to fund university education, because it is an investment in young people that pretty much determines how a country will function. And I know that youth unemployment right here in Vauxhall is very, 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 very high. And it's very high because a number of opportunities have been robbed or ripped from the grasp of young people in communities like Vauxhall. No programs were introduced to replace those programs that the Barbados Labour Party have put in place to ensure that even if you left school without any certification, that you could go to skills training. The Vocational Training Board, SJPP. Learn something that you are interested in. Get an apprenticeship. Get a job. And as soon as the young people get a piece of work, obviously, there's no money coming into the house. And when there's no money coming into the house and the young people settle themselves, after a couple of months, you start to make a little contribution. So that your mother or your grandmother, who still earning, now can use that money to do something else within the household. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how economies grow. Young people leaving school, getting into the workforce, earning a living, and helping to support the lifestyle in each household. Nothing magical, nothing complicated, simple, simple, simple. And so in the last 10 years, the problem with our economy is because this Democratic Labour Party government, they have failed to enlighten, they have failed to encourage young people or to provide the opportunities for young people to be able to get into the workforce. Because their idea of representation, ladies and gentlemen, because they claim to be the party of poor people. And so therefore when the Barbados Labour Party government puts things in place that people can get out of poverty, get out of being poor, that is a threat to the Democratic Labour Party. Because when there are less and less poor people every year, they do not see a function for themselves. Because they believe that people have to remain poor for them to remain relevant. And so therefore over the last 10 years, every tax that has been introduced, every allowance that has been taken away, were designed specifically to make each and every one of you poor and poor and poor every year. Because they do not believe that they can exist as a political party unless people are poor. And if people are poor, they have to come to them to get assistance. And they feel a sense of pride from making people poor so that people have to come to them. Now the Barbados Labour Party does not think like that. The Barbados Labour Party has always put policies in place which are consistent with our motto of delivering a better life for all of our people. And so our aim with every time we come to government is to make sure that whenever the people determine that they're going to change their mind, that there are less poor people than we found it. That is our track record. That is the success and legacy of the Barbados Labour Party. Because every time we've been given the opportunity to administer the affairs of this country, we have created wealth and opportunity for every single Barbadian family in this country. You all know it. You say it all the time, that when the Barbados Labour Party is in power, you just got some money in your pocket. Things does be happening. Young people that's got work. You'll be able to put some money on the bank and forget about it. That does not happen by accident, ladies and gentlemen. It is because we sit down and we think through the kinds of policies that matter to ordinary people. And when ordinary people don't have to worry about paying bills, don't have to worry about sending the children to school, that young people they can leave school and get some work. That is what the Barbados Labour Party does for people of this, for the people of this country. And we shall make no apology, ladies and gentlemen, for doing that again. Because the people of Barbados absolutely deserves the best. We cannot afford the Democratic Labour Party. They are waste. They are a waste of your energy. They are a waste of your vote. And so on May 24th, ladies and gentlemen, you have to get up early. Early. Make sure that you East Cross by Vauxhall Methodist Church. Early. Make sure you're there before they even on. Take the boxes off the bus so they can see that they ain't got the skullduggery going on. And check them early. And make sure that you line up and get in there and make sure that by 10 o'clock the government change. Because these fellas, ladies and gentlemen, are national disgrace. This is serious. Very, very, very serious. So this manifesto, ladies and gentlemen, is rich not just with ideas. This is not just hearsay, because the Barbados Labour Party has always delivered on its promises. Whenever the Barbados has had the honor to lead this country, at the end of 5 years, we would always present a document to the people that says, look, this is what we promised, and this is what we delivered. The Democratic Labour Party tonight cannot bring anything to anybody in Vauxhall to tell you how your life has been improved over the last 5 years, furthermore over the last 10 years, that is concrete, that you could touch, that you could feel. Nothing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want each and every one of you in Vauxhall to remain absolutely focused on the mission that has now to be achieved nationally. Because each and every one of you and each and every one of your family members, you must now make a most fundamental decision about the future of this country. You must make a very important decision about the future of your families, because the two are inextricably linked. We now must take responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, for crafting a different future for Barbados. And the policies outlined in this manifesto are numerous. And the reason that they are numerous is simply because the government has made a complete mess of everything in Barbados that we knew Barbados to be. But fear not, ladies and gentlemen, fear not. Because the mess that this government has created, they will present an opportunity for every single Barbadian to participate in rescuing this country. Oh, there it is. This manifesto, ladies and gentlemen, and there's a section in here that I want to read and explain to you, because it is one of the most important elements of how a responsible government must look after its people. There's a section in here in the first 6 months agenda, the urgent agenda, and it's section 5. I won't read everything, but there are a few important things that I want to make the point to you tonight, because it's important to understand the thinking behind the policy and how it would impact you and your families. So I'm going to take my time and I'm going to explain it. Under section 5 it says, helping people to live and pay their bills. Because I know, as I've canvassed many of you here in Vauxhall and indeed across this constituency, big men and women who never had problem paying bills now find themselves having to figure out which piece of which bill to pay. Put something back to next month. I hope that you get a little berry to look after it. Hope that somehow or the other, the Leather Power man don't pass too quick. Hope that the Water Authority man don't pass too quick. So there's a section in here, ladies and gentlemen, that is designed specifically to help people to live and pay their bills. Because big men and women must have a sense of dignity that they can look after the families. And under the Barbados Labour Party government, big men and women in this country shall once again be able to look after the families. One of the things, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to do is to raise the minimum wage from $6.25 per hour to $8 per hour. Why is this important, ladies and gentlemen? Everything under the sun in Barbados has gone up. Everything. everything. And we're going to expand that, not just to shop stores, but we're going to make sure that it includes the security guards and other persons who still today only make $5 an hour. And people cannot live in this country on $5 an hour. We are going to raise the minimum wage to $8 an hour across the board so that people in this country who get up and work hard every day, people working in the gas station pumping gas, can get a piece more money in the pocket when the week comes. Because it's important now that the persons who make the most basic incomes in this country, that you know are able to get a little berry to help ease the pain and suffering within your households. Because a government must look after the most vulnerable in the society. And in keeping with that, we are going to make sure that we raise the minimum non-contributory pension for the thousands of our people who helped to build this country, who are now only getting $155 when the week comes. We are going to raise that to $225 per week. And why are we going to do that, ladies and gentlemen? Because a lot of us have grandmothers and grandfathers who, you know, as they get older, the medical bills to take care of them get higher and higher. And so therefore we feel and know that it's important now that these persons are able to get an ease because they built this country. And having built this country, we, the government of Barbados, can make sure that they are looked after and are much more comfortable in their golden years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that every day somebody comes to Barbados to get a concession for some project. It costs millions of dollars, and the Barbados government does it because they say we need foreign investment and that they can create jobs and all of these things, and we give them tax concessions, costing you, the taxpayers, millions of dollars. But we do it because we need foreign investment. But if we can do it for people that don't live out here or know nothing about Barbados, then a responsible government has an obligation to make sure that the very people that built this country, as I said earlier, can live comfortably in the remaining years. Because this Democratic Labour Party government have made it possible now that these very old people have to pay for medications. Because even though they tell you that you can get it for the hospital pharmacy or the polyclinic pharmacy, whenever you go, they may got it. But you're sick and you need the medication. So you're going to end up going to the private pharmacy to buy it. But the old people ain't got the money to buy it because they got to decide whether they're going to pay a bill or buy medication. And this Barbados Labour Party, of which I am a part, will put an end to that. Because the people that built this country cannot be now made to suffer because of a reckless Democratic Labour Party government. So we will give the old people an ease. An ease. Because you must take care of the most vulnerable in your society. And we make no apologies about that to anybody. And who don't like it, that's their business. But that is what we can do for the old people in this country. Now, many of you here may qualify for the reverse tax credit. And it is now about 3 years, maybe 4, that none of you see a cent from the government for the reverse tax credit. They cap the NSI from 2 to 10%, collect a wash pan of money, and not a cent has been given to the families in districts like Vauxhall who qualify for that $1,300. Now, I want you to understand something. They said they can pay the $1,300. They cut it to $650. I still can't get 650 into the hands of the people of this country. But let me tell you something, because it's important to understand how these fellas operate and how they think. A few weeks ago, they announced that they're going to increase it to $1,300 again. Right? Now, you know everybody, you just file taxes in April. And you just file for the reverse tax credit in April as well. So to make the announcement and tell you, oh, we put it back to $1,300 before the parliament. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Be careful. Be careful. Don't worry. You look like you dead. You look like you dead. My man, you still moving? My God, Mashi, you're Mashi good. No, you see what you're doing there? That's exactly how we got to vote them out on May 24th. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we got to do on May 24th. Be careful though. Right. So I was telling you, before the parliament dissolved, they announced that it was going to increase the reverse tax credit again to $1,300. And many of you know that I put on some tax clinics in April to help people file their income taxes and for the reverse tax credit. And on April the 30th, for the first time in the month, I had the opportunity to actually go and help people do it directly. And I saw about 20 people that evening who came to my office who qualified to apply for the reverse tax credit. About 20. And every time I put in the information and I get on the computer and I click submit for the reverse tax credit, I see in this error message saying please contact the system administrator. So I said to myself, but hold on, but if the tax thing gets submitted, why is it that the reverse tax credit ain't getting submitted? But then I realized, you know what? These fellas ain't just intend to trick people, to make you feel as if somehow or the other that you was gonna get the $1,300. Because not a fella I was able to submit the claim for the reverse tax credit. So even though they made the big announcement that they're going to increase it to $1,300, and it's right there on the screen, you know, and the screen it's saying $1,300, and every time you click submit, error. Dashing the people's hopes. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you on May 24th, that when you go to the polls, that you put your ex next to Ryan Straughn to be the next duly elected member of Parliament for Christchurch and Central. So that next year when you apply for your reverse tax credit, the money coming straight into your bank account. You're saying no contact, no system administrator. This Barbados Labour Party government is serious with the lives of the people in this country. This is a time to make sport. Every year under Barbados Labour Party government, people receive their tax refunds and the reverse tax credit in July or August latest. So that by the time you get to put your children back to school, you got that little piece of money in your pocket to help put your children to school. That is what a Barbados Labour Party has consistently done for the people of this country. And Vauxhall is no different. Because we understand, ladies and gentlemen, how to use tax policy to help people to live. And so this section here, number 5, helping people to live and pay the bills is important. Important. And I never thought that we would live in a country where people who work hard cannot make enough money to pay the bills. You got people now working 2 or 3 jobs, which is unheard of in Barbados. 2 or 3 jobs. We are accustomed, ladies and gentlemen, you work one job, you get your money, you look after your family, you put a little sand in the bank, you drink a few beers or whatever it is you do for your leisure and enjoy yourself. It's simple. You got people now scrambling about the place, picking here. And still, after all that picking, still bread. But you ain't foolish. So on May 24th, you go and show them. You show them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very serious election. Serious. And the next thing I want to talk to you about tonight, about helping people to live and pay the bills, is important. Now, in Barbados, there are still about almost 5,000 pit toilets in this country. And one will think, and mind you, I want you to understand something here. Under the Barbados Labour Party, when we created the Rural Development Commission and the Urban Development Commission, those 2 entities were set up specifically, ladies and gentlemen, to help alleviate these poverty conditions for ordinary people in this country. Because we believe that Barbadians should live in dignity. And that if your belly carrying you at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and the rain pouring, that you should go outside in the yard, fighting up cockroaches and centipedes that you got up there to relieve yourself, and the rats too. Ordinary Barbadians need to live in dignity. And during that time, 40 years, those 2 institutions installed thousands of waterborne toilets across this country. And this Democratic Labour Party government, if you check the Urban Development Commission and the Rural Development Commission, them fellas down there when the day come cooking cocoa. Not a pit toilet. There ain't nothing wrong with cooking cocoa. Don't get me wrong, I love cocoa. But their job is to help relieve poverty conditions in this country. And them in the paper cooking cocoa with the taxpayers' money. So this Barbados Labour Party of 2018, ladies and gentlemen, intends to replace every single pit toilet that we can replace in this country. Because it is important that we now raise the dignity of the lives of ordinary people. But this is how we can do it. Because no big company coming to put no pit toilet on nobody's house. Because after they get and do all the precast work and run all the masons, all the laborers from getting a little pit building houses in this country, there are lots of masons in this country, a lot of small contractors now, who we will now encourage to come and get into this program and help relieve some of the suffering of almost 5,000 Barbadian families in this country, of which some of them are right here in Vauxhall and in Christchurch East Central, so that the money starts to circulate in the community. And once the money circulates in these communities, we will then start to see a little more vibrancy in these communities. But the essence of it, ladies and gentlemen, is to help people to live and to pay the bills. This is how you provide opportunities for people. You raise the pride of people, ordinary citizens in this country. And we shall get that done, because we shall encourage anybody to participate in it, because we feel that it is important that people from any communities are able to take advantage of these things. So that over the course of a year, a mason and a carpenter from Vauxhall may be able to replace 3 or 4 pit toilets a year, which at between $15,000 to $20,000, which the government will provide. would help provide a stimulus in local communities like Vauxhall, and in so doing, raise the dignity of ordinary families. Because a responsible government in the 21st century must ensure that its citizens are living comfortably, that their sanitation needs are being met. We are going to simply help people to live. Now, there are a number of other policies here that are designed to respond to the suffering and the needs of the people of this country. As I said to you earlier, we are going to abolish the National Social Responsibility Levy. And the reason for that, ladies and gentlemen, is because it has inflicted hardship on every Barbadian in this country. Every time you go to the supermarket, you're crying. You're crying. Crying, man. And they even want you to pay for the plastic bags now. So besides the fact that there ain't nothing in them, they want you to pay for them. You used to be able to go to the supermarket with $150, $200. And you had to ask the 2 or 3 children that walk in with you to hold a couple of bags. No, you just come along with 1 or 2 bags in your hand and the children ain't got nothing in them. And you still break. So we must remove that. Because it not only created hardship for people, because the price of everything gone up, even on drugs, you can't even afford to catch a cold in this country. We must remove it because it is something that is stopping this economy from growing. It is something that is stopping businesses from expanding. It is something that is stopping young people from getting work, and people in general. And so therefore, anything that prevents the economy from growing has to go. Has to go. So that when you go to the supermarket, because let me explain what's going to happen. The wholesalers and retailers, they have stock, which they have in their warehouses that they paid the NSRL for when it came to the port. So once that stock has been drawn down over the course of 2 or 3 months, then you will start to see the prices drop. So it cannot happen as soon as it comes off, but there's going to be a 2 or 3 month lag period before which prices then start to come down, reflecting the fact that the new stock doesn't attract the NSRL. So fear not, because it will take the government working hand in hand with the private sector to ensure that once you get the ease, that the little money that you have will go a little further. And once the little money that you have goes further, you're able to buy a little more. And once you're able to buy a little more, the businesses, the revenues will increase. They might even hire 1 or 2 extra persons to deal with the extra demand. The government starts to get a little more revenue coming back into the treasury, because once people are able to buy more and more and more, and it starts to accelerate, then the government gets more revenue eventually than it did from increasing the taxes in the first instance. Ladies and gentlemen, this is simple. This is simple. And I can't understand why this Democrat Labour Party government would want to make your life so hard. But as I told you earlier, their purpose is to create poor people. Because if there are no poor people in Barbados, there will be no need for the Democratic Labour Party in their minds. But the Barbados Labour Party's mission has always been to create a better life for all of our people. And so I want you to read very carefully the policies in this manifesto. We shall have available the fuller version from Monday in print, only a few copies. I've already WhatsApped many of you the full version so you can check it and see for yourselves. But I want you to rest assured that under the leadership of Mia Amor Motley, that this Barbados Labour Party of 2018 shall rescue, restore, and rebuild this Barbados. That under the leadership of Mia Amor Motley, that young girls in this country can feel a sense that they can be anything that they want to be. And that under the leadership of Mia Amor Motley, that Barbados' name shall be respected in the world again. That under the leadership of Mia Amor Motley, that every family in this country will feel a sense of dignity, a sense of pride. A sense of pride. Knowing that you can look after the affairs of your family. That you can plan your lives with relative certainty. And that with this Barbados Labour Party team, of which I am proud to be a part, that we will not just mobilize to win an election, but we must now mobilize for the mission of our lifetime. Because with your help, on May 24th, we in the Barbados Labour Party shall usher in a new level of governance, a new level of competence, a new level of governing that includes you, the citizen. So you must hold us accountable so that we will deliver that which we know we must deliver for you. Because this is no game, ladies and gentlemen. The lives of ordinary people depend on the Barbados Labour Party to get this right. And so we are relying on you on May 24th to get up early, go to Vauxhall Methodist Church, put your X next to Ryan Straughn, put your X for the Barbados Labour Party, put your X for Mia Motley to be next Prime Minister of Barbados. Thank you, God bless you, and good night.